Good morning everyone, my name is Oh Jiashen and my metric number is 277245. Today, I'm going to give a speech to let you know why long-distance relationships are possible. Have you ever had a long-distance relationship before? Try to imagine if your partner has to travel abroad for a job or studies. Will you decide to end your relationship because a long-distance relationship seems to be a nightmare for every couple? So, what is the long-distance relationship? Let me give you an example. After endless searching, you finally found someone that he or she is the right person to love, date, or even marry that deserve of cling onto. However, due to various factors, you end up being hundreds of miles away from the person you love. You can't hold hands, can't hug, and can't kiss. Moreover, he or she can't be there for you when you need him the most. Therefore, many couples would rather break up than start a long-distance relationship with their partner. Even if you are in a typical relationship where you and your partners may easily encounter each other, there must be a chance that you had to travel abroad or possibly taking a working vacation. Tom McNeil once said, "Distance means so little when someone means so much." The advice is thus applicable to all of you, encouraging you to think that long-distance relationships are possible for all of us. Let's take me as an example. Nini and I have successfully met our long-distance relationship since the breakdown caused by COVID-19. We can't meet each other for almost 1.5 years because of the border shutdown. But I do believe she is my soulmate, even though it is hard. Whenever I see her, it is so much better. And now, we are approaching our 3rd anniversary of being together. Today, I'm going to pursue all of you that long-distance relationship is possible because they maintain open lines of communication, they practice being more patient, and they also make the most of any time spent together. Although long-distance relationships are very risky, it doesn't mean it is impossible. A simple adjustment in your mindset and lifestyle can help you live happily ever after. In reality, the most difficult obstacle for a long-distance couple is having fewer opportunities to see each one another. Let's start our topic today by knowing how a long-distance couple maintains open lines of communication. The first point why long-distance relationships are possible is because they maintain open lines of communication. In any relationship, effective communication is essential. The capacity to express yourself and hear your spouse is critical in a long-distance relationship. You will be able to handle any difficulties that arise in a long-distance relationship if you communicate well. In a long-distance relationship, communication plays a key role as it will shape your relationship. It's the backbone and the lifeline. You have to make sure it should be strong, and as long as it is strong, you and your partner can overcome any difficulties or challenges. Since you don't get to meet often and enjoy like other couples, so your savior is communication. This is the only way you keep your relationship alive, as there is a lack of physical connection. Through communication, you get to know each other better, and you have clarity in goals, and this will decide what is the future of this relationship. Through communication, you realize each other's worth and importance, and also the power of love. Partners who live apart are still persons. The distance tends to make them seem less personal to us, but a long-distance relationship may last, even for a long time. If regular and open communication is maintained, along with the development of trust and good feelings, communication in a long-distance relationship differs slightly from communication in a face-to-face relationship. It's critical to know that your spouse hears you when you express your emotion. To minimize misunderstandings while making a plan, make sure he or she is on the same page with you. Thanks to advances in technology, the couple can communicate with one another although separated by millions of miles, and yet have a meaningful relationship. Every long-distance relationship couple must have a communication schedule. This is because you won't be seeing each other in person. It's critical to build and sustain an emotional connection as frequently as possible. These do not necessarily have to be lengthy, in-depth discussions. Frequent communication, no matter how tiny, demonstrates that you care enough about the relationship to invest time and effort into it, and it makes it easy to stay up and speak on each other's life. Next, discover your partner's favorite mode of communication. Try out different technology to find what works best for you both. To keep up with little everyday details in your life, you may try texting, emailing, or video calling. Work around your commitments. If you know you will be too busy to connect, let your partner know ahead of time and attempt to remain in touch as much as possible. If you aren't as busy as your spouse, try to be flexible and focus on something that interests you. Discuss the commonplace and insignificant. Don't feel that every chat has to be a deep dive into your relationship, goals, or dreams. Instead, concentrate on the simple tasks that couples who live together do, such as grocery shopping, housework, or renovating. This provides the impression that you are building a home together, which is something you can both look forward to. Talking about the banal or dual elements of your day may also promote connection and dependency, which are the building blocks of relationships. Now we have seen the first point, let's move on to the second point. The second point why long-distance relationships are possible is because long-distance relationships help to practice being more patient. To make your long-distance relationship possible, you must first learn to accept the situation. To be patient in a long-distance relationship, one must first learn to accept the circumstances. If you do not fully understand your relationship status, it may be tough to cope with the unexpected loss of a loved one. Accept that your spouse's job is 1,000 miles away, or that he or she must continue schooling in another nation. Whatever the reason, as a loving partner, you must comprehend it completely so that you can be patient. As the phrase goes, patience is a virtue, and it is a virtue that everyone must possess. Being patient does not just apply to long-distance relationships, but all relationships with your mothers, siblings, co-workers, and so on. But one cannot dispute the patience, or the ability to be patient is one of the most important factors in sustaining a relationship split by borders and numbers. Next, a long-distance relationship couple must always plan their next time together. It never hurts to make plans for your next get-together. Always communicate with your lover and plan your next vacation together. Planning and looking forward to an event in the coming months will help you be more patient. It's the same sensation you had when you were a kid, waiting for Christmas to arrive so you could open your present. There are numerous things you can do in long-distance relationships to make your connection unique, but nothing can replace physical touch. True, you may see each other on video and meet from time to time, but it's easy to get distressed when you discover you can't get a reassuring embrace or a lovely kiss from your lover. Thus, the couple in a long-distance relationship is always more patient because they miss each other so much and they're looking forward to meeting each other as soon as possible. And they will make use of all the time they met together and become more cherish each other. Now, let's move on to our last point on why long-distance relationships are possible. Thirdly, long-distance relationships are possible because they make the most of their time together and they also spend time with their partner while they were apart. Let us start by explaining why they make the most of any time spent together. You will most likely get to spend some time with your spouse, depending on the specific of your relationship and the distance involved. If your marriage is to succeed, this might be optimized since it acts as a tangible reminder of the nature of your love and the actual depths of your affections. So try to arrange things ahead of time and make the most of every opportunity you have together. Distance allows us to appreciate the time we spend together and teach us patience. It serves as a reminder that every minute spent together is precious and should be valued. Next, a pair of couples in a long-distance relationship is always appreciated for the moments that can spend together. It's simple to take someone for granted when you're with them all the time. It's simple for couples to become so preoccupied with their routines and everyday life that they forget to respect one another. They argue and become involved in issues that may end in a breakup. In stressful situations, such as the day after a terrible workday, such emotion may become more intense. Even while days like this are common for everyone, that can damage a relationship, particularly if they occur frequently. Sad to say, but there are instances where being apart from the person you love is beneficial for you. Distance teaches you and your spouse how important your relationship is and how to cherish the time you spend together even more. Your body starts to want their smile, their humor, and their presence. This is not a problem, it just demonstrates your love for your companion. Last but not least, a long-distance relationship is possible because they can also spend time with their partner while they are apart. Your relationship doesn't have to be limited to monotonous messages and routine phone calls. Here are some alternate ways to spend time together while you are separated with your partner. First of all, you can watch a movie or TV series together with your partner. To begin, grab some popcorns or snacks and log onto Netflix to watch a program together via Teleparty. Teleparty is an app, formerly Netflix Party. You can communicate and exchange remarks in real time on the site, making it feel like you're watching it together. You may even stay on a video call to see each other live responses on screen. Then watch the concert afterward just as you would in person. Next, you can also play online co-op games with your partner. There are several video games available that you may play with your lover. For laptop or PC players, there's Stardew Valley, Overcooked, and Valheim, while mobile phone gamers have PUBG and Mobile Legends. Moreover, you can also create a to-do list for each other. While you may not be able to physically do things together, it doesn't mean you can't chat about what you do when you are away. Encourage your spouse to try new things by making a to-do list for each other to finish by the time you can meet again. It can be something to do in the neighborhood, such as tasting a new cafe, a fun day, such as doing a TikTok challenge, or even supporting a worthy cause, such as giving to a white flag campaigns. As an added incentive, you can provide a prize for each task or for completing the entire list. I think I have made it clear to all of you about the benefits of having a long-distance relationship, which are maintaining open lines of communication, practice to being more patient, and they also make the most of any time spent together. Let's proceed to the last part of speech today, which is the conclusion part. Long-distance relationships are possible. As demonstrated in this speech, you can start a long-distance relationship with someone fresh and maintain in touch with your existing lover. They might be fantastic and quite useful for couples who must be apart. Long-distance relationships aren't easy, but they are also not especially difficult. They are what they are, but humans shape them into what they want them to be. You can make a long-distance relationship work just as well as a regular one. The important thing is to understand why you are in a long-distance relationship and how long it will persist. The good news is that you can learn to deal with it and not only make it work well, but also have a lot of fun in the process. Long-distance relationships can be beneficial for some people, but they are not for everyone. To succeed in a long-distance relationship, you must be willing, capable, and understanding. Long-distance relationships are hard, but they are also incredible. If you can love, trust, respect, and support each other from a distance, then you will be unstoppable once you are physically together. That's all from me. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot in my speech today. Thank you and hope you have a nice day. Bye bye.